All right, everybody, welcome to One Nation of Sports Locker Magazine Extra. I am your host, Kirk DeMars, and today, on the last day of September, we have a great program for you. Not only do we have a great guest that you're going to really enjoy talking to, getting to hear a little bit about his story, and we're going to talk about his article and a bunch of other stuff, but also you're treated tonight. Where almost seeming like he's coming out of retirement. We've got my son-in-law, Jay Gill, joining us on the program tonight. Wow, look at you. Welcome.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're like miles
Wow. Coming
away.
coming out of retirement. I do feel old, so thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, you're like miles away, aren't you? Just literally maybe 50 feet from me in the other room.
It's every time I travel here to Missouri, I get so excited and fired up because that means we're shooting a new issue of Sports Locker magazine. And so we're getting to meet with a bunch of students. Today we went to a few schools, met with some students, some coaches, and just had a great time. So, yep, we are in Missouri this week, me and my wife. And my wife is the person who does all the photography and designs the issues of Sports Locker. So that's
Uh,
something she took on pretty recently, the design side, and she's been having a great time doing that.
yeah, and speaking of doing a great, having a great time. I mean, she had a great time just taking photos of this young man that we have on the program tonight. Why don't you go ahead
Yep.
and show his article real quick, his pictures and
You
um,
want to brag about that right
yeah,
now?
let's go ahead and do it right now.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. Check that out.
Isaiah Franklin, Capital City Cavaliers. We were just there today doing our next round of photo shoots at that school, and but it's pretty exciting, and we get to have Isaiah on here with us tonight. And you know what? You know who else is on here tonight, Jay?
Well,
Your
hopefully
mom.
Mr. Isaiah himself.
Well, he's here. He's here. But your mom's on. She's watching.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, Mama.
Yes, that's
Appreciate
right.
that.
My
Appreciate
mom's
that.
not watching. I don't know what's going on, but hey, that's all right. She hadn't been feeling good. Hey, why don't we go
Hey,
ahead? Anything you want to say before we bring him on? Go ahead.
well, no, I was just going to say if you have not picked up the newest issue of Sports Locker magazine, it's right here. This is our September October issue 2024. We got Miss Danny Heckmeyer on the front. And if you want to see Isaiah, you go to page 36, and he's got that full page spread just to himself. And man, does he not look good in that?
Yep, he does. I
Isaiah,
mean,
you make the magazine easy to design for when you have a picture like that. My wife said that's a full page. Throw that there and we'll just put his name at the top. Makes it super easy.
all right. We've also got Chris Watkins joining us tonight. So thank you for joining us. Great to have you on the program. Uh, well, you know what, Jay? I think we ought to go ahead and bring Isaiah on. I mean,
Let's bring him in.
we don't need you and I don't need to talk. Let's just go ahead and bring him on.
No,
All right.
no.
Hey, Isaiah, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
We are good. You just got out of football practice, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. And he said, sir. So, all right, I appreciate that. Jay, take some notes, would you please, for your father-in-law? Just yes, sir.
Making me look bad, Isaiah. Making me look bad. Look, what a testament to this guy burning the midnight oil. He's working till 7 p.m. at the practice field. Now he's in the weight room or the film room
Yep.
on a laptop. So, dude, that is awesome.
Yeah.
That's a long day. What time did your day start this morning?
I woke up about 7 this morning. Got to
Starting at
school.
7 a.m. this morning. Okay, that's when you got to school. Yeah, what time did you get up?
Well, I got out of school at 3:40.
Okay. Okay. And then was it practice immediately after that? Is that when you just started
Yeah.
hitting after it?
We started film about 4,
Okay.
and then we went on the field. Now
All
we're
right.
done.
Awesome, Isaiah. You got Chris says little bro, and then we've got looks like mom. She says, "I see you,
Yeah.
son." All right.
Yeah, that's my mom.
So, all right. So your mom's on. Jay's mom's on. Where is my mom? I want to know where's she at. All right. Hey, we got Ryan Richardson on too. Well-rounded young man is what he said. So thank you for bringing that comment
Wow.
in. Yes, and you guys keep bringing the comments tonight, or if you have some questions, and we might be able to try to work those in. We'll do that as well. Um,
Dude,
Jay, why don't you
Isaiah,
go?
you are popular. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Look at all the people tuning in to see you.
yep, awesome.
That is cool. Well, hey, we'll go ahead and I just want to start off and I'll ask you, Isaiah, tell us about your article and what you enjoyed about how it was written. Hint, hint, I did write your article, just so you know.
I really enjoyed like how my words were put into it. So like how what I said was like explained into the article, and like me being the key main part of the article was really good.
Well, 100%. It's all about you. You know, when you wrote a lot of really good things on your questionnaire, makes my job a lot easier because I just have to add in some fluffy words and then
Yeah.
let your actual words speak for themselves. But yeah, it's always fun to tell someone's story, and so I think we did a good job of figuring out what your story was. So I really enjoyed that. What did you think of that title, Energy Rush?
I think it gave me a rush of energy, like I feel like in all my sports I really try and feed off the energy that I have or that I get from my coaches or my teammates. So I think it was a good title.
Good.
Well,
You
good,
know,
good.
you talked about energy several times, you know, in the questionnaire, and you also talked about the energy rush you get from just playing sports and stepping on that field. So, you know, it just kind of, as I was reading through that, it kept popping out to me, and that's why I decided to title it that way.
You know what? I love this, Jay. We got all sorts of families popping on here tonight, and they're here supporting you, Isaiah. And um, it's hard for me to almost keep up. It's awesome. We got Micah,
That's
Shakita,
my sister. That's my younger
Wright,
sister.
and let's see who else we got. Shanika. All right,
That's my other
good.
sister. Hmm.
Yeah, awesome. We're going to let you talk about all them here in just a little bit, because it's nice right now. They're saying all these really good things about you, and saying nice stuff. You're going to be able to pull this up forever because it's online. You can just pull it up anytime. You say, "Remember when you
Perfect.
said this about me?"
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll like that.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
great. Hey, Isaiah, I want to ask you a quick question. What did it mean to you to have been selected by your school? We call and we keep in contact with the athletic directors, and we say we need student athletes for this issue, the next three issues when we go to do the photo shoots. And they're the ones that select you as a student athlete. They have a criteria that they have in place. They just want to have a well rounded individual that's a great representative of the school. So, what does that mean to you?
Really, it was an honor, and I'm really blessed that they picked me for this article. And yeah, I was just really excited whenever they told me that I had been selected. So
Very good. Well, you're well, and I can already tell and already know that you're a humble young man. Now, some of your siblings may say differently. I don't know, but it seems like you're a real humble young man.
yeah, I try to be.
Yeah, very good. All right, Jay, you can go ahead.
All right. You tried a variety of sports before you landed on doing track and football. Why don't you talk a little bit about the other sports you tried and um, how that led you to track and football being your main ones?
Well, really, my first love was soccer. I loved playing soccer as a little kid. Then eventually it was baseball as well. So I played soccer and baseball. But then I ended up breaking my arm playing soccer. So that's the story. But even after soccer, I started playing baseball only. I didn't play soccer anymore. And then I got into football. I always loved football, just watching people play. And then once I finally got the chance to play, I just took it and ran with it. And then track, it was really just me choosing something to play, like to take up time since I wasn't doing anything in middle school. So eighth grade year I picked up track, and then ever since that, just kept going.
How did you break your arm in
Yeah, I was
soccer?
going to ask
And
that too.
what part of your arm did you break?
So I remember it. So I was running and like I was dribbling the ball. I had the ball. and like I'm running, and like somebody just pushed me over, and so I fall, and like this area of my wrist. Oh wait, where's it at?
It's hard to get that on the camera that way.
Yeah,
There
so
you
then like
go.
this area of my wrist went like down, and
Huh.
it broke, and then yeah, I waited for the ambulance
Oh,
for like an hour. I fell asleep standing up. It was bad, but yeah.
You
that
fell asleep.
sounds real bad.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you fell asleep standing up. You said.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
because we were over across the bridge at those soccer fields,
yeah.
so it
Oh,
took a while for the ambulance to come.
Mm.
And
that's called being in so much pain that you pass out. That's what that's called.
yeah,
Yikes.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, those you were talking about those sports. What positions did you play on the soccer field, and then what positions did you play in baseball?
In soccer, I don't think I really had a position. I just ran and scored the goals. I just took the ball and ran with it, or whatever they told me to do, I did it.
Yeah, very
But
good.
baseball, I played shortstop and also right field.
nice.
But yeah, I really liked the field. I wasn't much of a hitter, but I could play the field.
Yeah, and I'm sure you had speed to be able to get to the ball pretty quickly.
Yeah, they
Yep.
wanted me all over the outfield.
Yeah, I loved shortstop because you're involved in like a lot of the action throughout the game, typically. So you can ask Jay. Jay was catcher on our softball team, and we'll have to share that story here in a little bit. But right now, we're gonna
Oh.
keep going on. It still makes him talking about pain. That was a reminder for him. Blacking out,
No, I
maybe.
I got flattened by a huge gentleman, like a huge gentleman, 6'8", 300 pounds, just a monster of a human. And he flattened me, Isaiah, just
Isaiah,
pancaked me. I
I,
thought I had a concussion. I couldn't see. I don't even know. I thought I was back in elementary school. And this was after I graduated high school. That guy sent me
Oh,
back to preschool. It was terrible, Isaiah. Terrible.
Isaiah,
Nothing like
Isaiah,
your story.
Isaiah. That story. That guy has gotten bigger and heavier every time I hear it. It's like a big old fish. Uh,
Dad, I have to keep that story
well, you
growing.
did get.
Anyways,
It was a big guy, and you did get flattened. So there you go.
I did. I did. All right. So let's talk about track now and your accomplishments there. What have you been most proud of in track?
well, I would have to say placing seventh at state this year. Well, yeah, this year. Placing seventh at state. That's probably my biggest accomplishment in track. Or
Awesome.
also winning CMAC, becoming the CMAC champion. That's a big accomplishment for me.
That's a huge accomplishment. What what events do you compete in track?
Well, I run a lot of things, but my top two events are the 110 hurdles and 300-meter hurdles. I also run the 4x1 and 4x4, and sometimes they'll put me in whatever else they need me to put me, whatever else they need to put me in. So really
So I'm
all over.
gonna go into the question with this here real quick. So the 300-meter hurdles, and okay, so then you run the 400 by 4.
Mhm.
Um, can you imagine running 400 meters over hurdles the entire time?
Well, it's hard to believe that I would be able to, but I'm gonna have to be able to if
Yeah,
I in college. But
yeah,
I think it's good conditioning for getting me
yes,
ready for it. So it's a
yeah. I
way to look
mean,
at it.
if you so tell us a little bit about how you run your race. Is there like, do you count steps in between hurdles?
Mhm.
Just kind of go through the whole process. I mean, is there um, like a different level and speed that you hit at the beginning compared to the middle, compared to the end, that kind of thing? Go through that if you
Ooh,
would.
Well, it's different for the 110s and the 300s. In the 110s, I got 7 steps to the first hurdle, and then in between each is 3 steps. And the goal is to snap my leg down as fast as possible, like once I get over the hurdle. And then in the 300s, my coach, we have like a race plan where over the first stretch, I have to full speed sprint and get through the first stretch. And then off the curve, is really just letting gravity do the work for you. So you're just leaning into the curve, working it, moving your arms all the way across, and then once you get to the last stretch, it's just give everything else you got.
Yeah. Well, Jay, I don't know about you, but when he said letting
Wow.
gravity do the work for him, it would do the work for me. I'd be down. I might make the first hurdle, but the second one, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I think gravity would take me down after one hurdle, Dad. I
Okay.
don't think I would clear even one. But
Yeah.
dude, that I really enjoyed hearing the science behind that.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Uh, Also, what's the difference between on the height between the 110 meter hurdles and the 300-meter hurdles?
The 110 meter hurdles are higher than the 300s. The 300s are like about waist high to me.
Okay.
But the 110s are like up to probably above my belly button. So
Okay.
it's pretty tall.
I know they're tall.
Yeah,
Almost
I
need
had
full.
no idea that they had adjusted hurdle height. I didn't
Oh
know
yeah.
that.
yeah. In college, they're all the way up, like all the way as high as they can go, which that's
Yeah.
like I think it's 36 inches,
3 feet.
something like
Wow.
that. 42, one of the
Yeah.
two. Yeah.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
We
So
would need
we
we
were talking
need
about
help.
energy. We were talking about energy rush earlier. What kind of energy rush do you get competing on the team and with the individual level in track?
I think really the energy rush comes from knowing that if I do good in my events, then I'll be able to help the team out. Or whenever there's a close event, cheering on my teammates and bringing them energy that I have.
Cool.
What leg do you typically run in the 4x4?
Usually I'll run second or third because in the hurdles I work the curve. So
Hmm.
I usually do a lot of the curve work or
Okay.
I'll run second.
And then on the 4x1, did you say you ran
On the
that too,
four
right?
on one, I'm usually third or fourth leg.
Okay. Good. And you know what, Jay? Your mom said, great answer. So there you go. Thank you, Jane. Appreciate that.
Perfect. Perfect. Hey,
Uh, Go ahead.
it
You
was
got it.
fun in the article you talked about a record that you've been chasing, a record that your brother holds in track over at JC. Tell us about that record.
So I'm pretty sure it was his sophomore year. He ran a 37 at state, and that's a pretty fast time for the 300 hurdles. My average time is about a 40 right now, so still trying to cut off a couple seconds, but yeah.
Wow. So this hurdling thing is in the family. You guys just
Yeah.
jump?
Seems like it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, he's got to be able to compete to be able to get to the dinner table faster than everybody else. So sometimes you got to jump a chair or two, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Very good.
most of my siblings are gone though, so it's
Are
just
they?
me and my younger sister Micah in the house still
Okay.
with my mom and
Okay.
dad.
So you can relax a little bit then.
Yeah, I can walk to the dinner table. They might save me some food.
Okay.
There you
Good.
go.
Yeah.
Why don't you, there's a lot of people that have impact in our life, and I know that we're going to get to this in a little bit about your family and how they've impacted you and other people. But why don't you tell us a little bit about your track coach and how they've impacted you and just some of the things that you appreciate about them?
Really, they just give me everything that I need. So they just do whatever they tell me whatever they can to help me get over to the next step. They put a lot of time into me and helping me better my technique, especially in hurdling. It's very hard to hurdle. Coach G, he was a hurdler whenever he ran in high school, in college, and he has a lot of knowledge for me. My other coach, Coach Grant, he's always telling me different stretches or different ways to better my technique, or telling me to overstride while I'm doing A skips, stuff like that. He's
All
just
right.
always making me better.
Jay, you were talking about science a little bit ago. There's quite a bit involved. I mean, you obviously played multi sports, but talk about the difference between training for track and field compared to football. What are the different types of things that you got to focus on there?
I think both have a lot of technique based things, but it's like in track, you got to focus more on the technique of like every single thing you do, whereas football is more, you can be loose and have fun and really just whoever works harder is going to do better.
Very good.
Cool.
Jay, we've flown through this first half of the interview, so we need to take a quick break. Let Isaiah get a quick drink of water, and then
There you
we'll do
go.
our commercial break, and we'll be right back. How's that sound?
It sounds good.
Perfect.
All right, doing a great job. We'll be right back.
CNS Business Services has been connecting employees with employers since 1977. Recently, CNS rebranded to CNS Employment Solutions to more clearly define their mission of serving the needs of applicants, employees, and businesses while remaining current and evolving with the changes in the workforce. One important thing has not changed. CNS Employment Solutions partners with a wide variety of employers, placing employees in jobs that match their skills and needs.
Say yes to CNS.
All right, Jay. I mean, this has been a great interview so far. We've had lots of really good viewer participation. I love seeing that. Just keep those comments coming. We'll try to address as many as we possibly can. Isaiah is a great young man, and we appreciate our sponsors like CNS Employment Solutions. They've been around for a very long time. They make sure that employers find the people to fill jobs, as well as helping people that need a job be able to find one. And they've been doing that throughout mid-Missouri for a very long time. Not only do they do a great job with that, but they are so actively involved in our community and right here in mid-Missouri. Just recently, they were the title sponsor for bringing Redemption Inside the Walls. Matt Maher came, and we had about 1,400 people showed up out at the fairgrounds for that concert. It was quite amazing. So we appreciate everything that they do. Jay, we have another sponsor that does our Coach of the Issue. You want to share a little bit about them?
Oh, are you talking about Big Whiskey, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, that is such a good restaurant. It's
Yeah, can you pull
funny.
up? Can you pull up the Coach of the Issue? Show them.
You're darn right I can.
Okay, there we go.
I'm a little nervous.
I'll find it. There we are.
And it's
Yeah.
Joe Henley of Capital City, so that's appropriate. We got him on there tonight too. So very good.
Very cool. Yeah,
Okay.
and funny enough, that is actually where Katie and Mom are at there tonight. They're doing a baby shower at Big Whiskey's. I said, "This sounds like a baby shower I should have been invited to." Like, I would have had a great time eating some food there. But I'm also having a great time hanging out with
Yeah,
Mr. Isaiah Franklin. So
yeah.
I don't know. I think I might have got the better end of the deal tonight.
On top of that, you got some pot roast waiting for you downstairs when we're done. So, and it
There
was
you go.
very good. I had some. It was good. So, all right. Well, we've had a great first half of the interview. Let's go ahead and bring Isaiah on in here and get the second part, and then maybe we might even do a speed round and have a little bit of fun with that. What do you think about that?
Well, perfect. We'll keep
Okay.
having fun.
Well, let's bring him on. All right, Isaiah, you're still here. Thank you for not hanging up and leaving us thinking, man, these guys, I
Thank you,
don't know
sir.
if I can handle any more of them, but we appreciate you being on here. Doing a great job.
Thank
All right.
you.
Yeah, it's been good. Jay, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Well, it's time to talk about one of my most favorite, cherished sports of all time. Let's talk about football. Ain't nothing better than running on that field and smacking into somebody. That
Yeah.
is the game of football. So, what position or positions do you play for football?
So I play safety and I also play running back. Uh, I've always loved safety. My favorite team is the Seahawks. The Legion
Okay,
of Boom.
there it
So
is.
Okay.
I like Cam
Okay.
Chancellor, Richard Sherman,
There you
Earl
go.
Thomas, all of them. So really, I think that was a key part of me deciding that I like safety more. In middle school,
Just
I played running
hand the
back.
ball to Marshawn Lynch. Hand the ball to Marshawn Lynch. That's all you had to do.
I don't even know how old I was, but I knew that we should have handed it off.
Oh man.
Man, I did love watching the Legion of Boom. You brought
Yeah,
back some good memories right there. That was
Well,
a fun defense to watch.
yeah.
hopefully this doesn't. Hopefully Isaiah doesn't hang up off this. But Tiffany says Seahawks playing now. So
Let's hope they
hold on with
win.
this for just a little bit more.
Let's hope they win.
Awesome. So Legion of Boom. I mean that was. I mean that's quite the title for a defense right there. And Jay, you like a good title, so um,
Yeah.
you know, we're talking about the one that you had with Isaiah. So they just come to you. How do you come up with them?
Really, it's whatever pops into the old brain here, Dad, and that's a dangerous thing to say because I can't always control what pops into the brain. I also can't control what my mouth starts speaking, so that
Well,
sometimes gets me into big trouble, Isaiah. Let me tell you something.
Isaiah, I have to tell you, there was one time he had a particular title. I didn't like it, and he couldn't believe it. See the look of disappointment on his face right now? It's still there.
What was the
It's been
title?
like 7 years, maybe 8 years, but I'll never forget that he made me change one of my titles. And I threw such a stink, he's never asked me to change one again. So there you go.
I have not. And, I I hate to see a grown man cry, but that's what it almost seemed like. Jay. Tell him about talking about Legion of Boom. One of our first encounters out in the parking lot at church.
Well, he knew that I kind of liked his daughter, just so you know, that is my father-in-law, Isaiah. And he knew I liked his daughter, and so my granny was coming to pick me up from church. I'm just a 15-year-old kid. I can't drive. I'm I'm just an innocent child.
Oh
And
yeah.
he runs and tackles me to the ground. I've only met him a couple times. And he was like, "Oh, hey, yeah, that was funny. Ha ha ha. Have a good ride home. Good to see you this week." And I'm like, "What just happened? I just got leveled by this bald dude. I think he's trying to send a message. He wants me to date his daughter."
That's what the
That was
message
the
was.
message. And so I did. You're welcome,
I
Dad.
think the message was, if you mess up, Legion of Boom. I think that's what it was.
Message was received
Okay.
loud and clear, I'll
Well,
tell
I
you
am
that.
glad. It's what? How many years now? How many years
Well,
now?
we've been married 16. We've been dating 19. So there you
Hmm.
go.
So see,
There you
it's
go.
not all bad, Isaiah. He's still hanging around there. I mean, he's still invited to any meal that he wants to come to. Love having him.
All right. So we talked about safety and the Legion of Boom. Thank you for that. Talk to us about running back then.
So I started playing running back this year. Last year I was a safety. I mean, not a safety, receiver. And then they changed me to running back this year because they wanted me to get the ball more. So I've been getting the ball a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty just running into people, making moves, finding a hole, stuff like that.
All right. Good.
How was that transition going from receiver to running back? Because those are pretty different positions. So how did that transition work out?
I mean, I'm used to running downhill, so like
Okay.
playing safety, running downhill. So
Hmm.
running downhill wasn't really that much of a difference. Finding a hole, I usually find a hole trying to fit in whenever I play safety. So I kind of just mirrored the two, and then the only difference is getting hit so much by bigger dudes. But
Yeah.
that was easy to get over. So
Yeah.
Okay.
You're used to dealing the hits, and then now you're
yeah,
getting hit. It's a little different,
I'm
right?
getting hit a lot more. But yeah, it's still fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Hey.
there's a big difference between getting hit by a cornerback and getting hit by a D lineman. Those boys
Yeah,
are big. Those are
yeah,
big.
I get tackled by them a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
Isaiah, in your article, you were talking of, it was describing that one of your strengths is coachability. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I try to listen to everything that I'm told, and so like analyzing what the coach says and realizing what they want and how it should look. I really try and focus on that so that it can make me a better player. And understanding that what the coach says will help me be better and fit better into the defense or the offense, or even running track uh, in my uh, technique and stuff. So,
I put the wrong
yeah.
screen. I'm sorry. Did you see that look he gave me? I hit the wrong
Dad,
screen. Sorry.
Dad, why is it just us? We do not look as good.
No, no,
Now that you
we
put
don't.
him on the
Yeah,
screen,
there you go.
now we look
Pointing
a
in the right
lot
direction.
better.
Yes,
There
sir.
you go.
Yep, there you go.
There you go.
Isaiah, tell us a little bit about your coaches in football. I mean, obviously you have position coaches and then head coach. Tell us a little bit about that and what you appreciate about all of them.
Well, my running backs coach, Coach Walker, he's a he's my like, a recruiting coordinator also. So like he's been helping me out with getting into looking at colleges and stuff like that. So he's really a big help in that area and also on the field as well. Um, my secondaries coach, Coach Grant and Coach Coleman, they're also big helps. They're always helping me in the film room or helping me on the field, helping me with my tackling in game and out of the game at practice and stuff like that. Coach Collier, he's always trying to find a way to put me into the game, put me into the field, give me the ball, things like that. So he's also a really big help.
Very good. I could almost leave this comment from your mom up there all the time. Great answer, son. So, I mean, you're doing a great job on everything. Doing good. Um, you're, let's see. Dad said great players have the ability to play everywhere. So that's right. Just
Very
like you
cool.
said, that coachability, being able to listen to instruction and then executing it on the field. That's what a coach is looking for.
Big time. Isaiah, what are some of your favorite moments in football prior to this year? And then I also want to tell me about how this year's been going as well.
I think my all-time favorite sports moment was probably I'll have to say my sophomore year. Whenever we played Rockbridge away, we played them at Rockbridge. Even though we lost, it was still such a fun game. Like we fought all the way till the end. We went to overtime and we lost, but yeah, it was just still something to remember.
Very cool. And then touch on this year. How's this year been worth going?
This year's been pretty solid. We play Elias this Friday, so that's another big game that we have. We've been just beating up on teams all year so far. Although we lost to Rockbridge, that was another close game till the very end. So yeah,
Yeah, and they so this league is very competitive. The CMAC.
yeah.
You guys had a big game against Jeff City this last week. I know you were pretty happy about that. Um, I know that Elias, they've been kind of between them and Rockbridge, they've been kind of at the top of the league, but you guys are coming in and you're making some noise and you are
100%.
letting them know that you are here and you're not going to go down easy. And so that's great to see, especially with such a young program.
I really think the base that we've built over my past 3 years, the years before me. So my sophomore year was whenever we picked up, and we had our pretty sure it was 7-3. We had a seven and
Yep.
three year, and then last year we went like 7-4, 8-4, and we made it to the CMAC championship. So really, it's just building up off those years is what we've been focusing on, getting better each and every game, each and every year, and leaving this foundation for them. That's been what I've been trying to do.
Very good. Are you guys now your game against Elias, is it there or is it home?
It'll be at home.
Home. And talk about that and what that's going to be like.
I think it's gonna bring a lot of energy, so I'll have some more energy rush on the game.
There you
But
Yeah.
go.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. We're gonna be. I think the theme is pink out or something like that for the game for breast cancer awareness.
Okay.
So gonna get all dressed up for that. Get ready.
Yep.
Very cool.
Mom said they have come a long way.
Yeah, 1-9 my freshman year.
Yeah, that's quite amazing. You guys are doing a great job. And again, I love the fact of just seeing how competitive everybody is. Added Camdenton this year, and that's
Mhm.
that's another competitive team. So top to bottom, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Tell us
So
about your teammates and how special that bond is on the football field.
It's just like every day at practice, I go out and I'm like, I get to go have fun with my friends, with my brothers, with my family, and we just go have fun. And then we always try and bring it out into the game, having fun in the game, and like building a relationship and chemistry together, so we know what we need to do on the field without even really having to say it. So it's things like that that really are going to stick with me, even after I leave and go to college.
that's you said like family, and what a great segue that you just created for us, just to be able to say, now tell us about your mom and dad, and what you appreciate about them, and what values have they shared with you.
Before you answer, Isaiah, it was interesting when I was reading through your questionnaire and you talked about your dad, Ronald, and you said he's a pastor at a church in Columbia, and I'm like, okay, so he's going to war every day on a spiritual sense, and then I read about your mom, Regina, and she's a probation and parole officer, so I'm like, okay, so she's taking Bibles and hitting people with them and getting them straightened out. And I was like, what a dynamic duo. I really like them. I wish I could sit and talk with them. But anyway, so yeah, tell us about mom and dad and what you appreciate about them and the values that you've learned.
They're really the rock in my life. They're always in my corner, motivating me to do better and always pushing me to do what I need to do. So they're just they're just always there no matter what. So I'm always thankful for them and what they do every day for me. My mom is actually outside. She was the one who rushed me to get onto the Zoom call. So
Okay, good.
Good.
Moms,
so
that's what moms do. That's what
yeah,
moms do.
she's always there.
Very good. Well, talked about them. Now, why don't you go ahead and share about your siblings? Now, you did say you're trying to, beat brother's record, but why don't you go ahead and just share a little bit about your siblings and what you appreciate about them and how important they are to you?
Well, I've got four brothers: Demario, Corey, Little Ron, and Demario. So Demario, I'm chasing his record, but he's a he's one of my oldest brothers.
Hmm.
He lives in Atlanta, and my other brother Chris, he's on the Zoom call.
Okay.
He's on the Facebook Live. He
Yeah.
lives in North Carolina right now, and then my other brother Corey, he lives in North Carolina, and my other brother Little Ron, he's all over the place. And then my sisters, Chiquita, Tiffany, Micah, and Shanika. They're all big parts of my life. Chiquita and Shanika and Micah, they're all in Jeff City. So I see them all the time.
Cool.
And yeah, they're really nice to me. They're always finding ways to keep me on track or telling me to do this and do that. And yeah.
I tell you what, it's a important thing. I think that a lot of people take for granted when they're growing up. Just how um, special that bond of brothers and sister, siblings, how special that is. Even though you may not get along all the time, it's once you get into adulthood that you really appreciate that. And Jay, I know that that's been the same way for you. I know it was that way with me, um, and I know that that will be the same way with your children. And they were just down there arguing with each other just a little while ago, and you were taking a nap, and I had to go down and kind of separate them out a little bit, but. And I don't know. I think it was over some food or something. I don't know.
That sounds about right. Sounds about right.
All right, wait a minute. Here we got right says. Let's see. Mama is the glue that keeps us together. All
That's
right.
my dad, I'm pretty
Yes.
sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Keep up the good work, Isaiah, from Michael Corcoran.
Oh,
And okay, now here you go. This is one of those things that you get to put up, and maybe even screenshot that. I don't know. He's the best kid ever. Maybe we can do
Oh,
that. Good. All right. What are you looking forward to for the rest of your senior year?
I'm looking to finish out this season, hopefully making it to state. That's our goal all season long, make it to state. So really pushing through the playoffs, making it to state. My parents want me to play basketball, but I don't know how good that would fit with me being a track athlete, but I might manage the team or something like that, you know. Because
there you go.
and then getting ready for track, beginning the race for state again. So state and track as well. Pushing for at least top three. Hopefully,
Hmm.
winning state would be a good thing. And both the 110s and the 300s, and possibly the 4x1 and 4x4 as well. We'll bring back everyone from the 4x1 and 4x4. So
Good.
I
Nice.
think that'll be a good part for us, a good thing for us. So yeah.
All right. Shanika said it will be a great experience with your nephews.
Playing basketball.
Yeah. I I kind of thought, yep, and then she came right back saying playing basketball. There you go. Thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
Those those games with family, they can get a little rough too,
Yeah.
Hmm.
don't they, Jay?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hack a Shack. Oh yeah.
That's just with your brother. Jay's got a brother that how tall is John? 6'7", 6'8"?
6'8".
Okay. So I'm 5'10", and my strategy was, because we're playing pickup basketball and you don't foul out, so it's just hack a Shack
Yeah.
every time he came in.
Yeah.
So then after a while, he wouldn't come in, and that was it. It worked. It was perfect.
It did work.
Yeah.
It did work. You almost broke his wrist, but it
Oh,
worked.
well, mine didn't feel too good. Why don't
Uh,
you tell us a little bit? You had talked about the recruiting process. What are you looking at doing? What field of study are you thinking about? And collegiately, what would you like to do as far as sports?
So I've been really getting into civil engineering and looking at civil engineering. So I'm thinking that's the major I'm gonna go with. Civil engineering just seems like something that I would fit good in.
Hmm.
And I'm looking for a strong college to like really be able to help push me forward both in academics and on the football field or on the track. So yeah.
uh, you guys got a really good, you got a good track program, and I know there's already been some history from when you guys first started, and it seems like the hurdles is an area where you guys continue to shine in. I know we did an article on Kiara Strayhorn a couple of years ago, and she went on to USC. I know she's back around this area now, but yeah, you guys definitely have a great thing going there. So we're looking forward to seeing what happens in football, but also what you do in
Mhm.
track this year. So that'd be
Yeah.
great. And we would like you to even have you back on sometime after you get to college, and check in with you, see how you're doing, and get the family all together again on this
yeah.
Facebook Live. That would be good.
Yeah, I think that would work. We could do
All right,
that.
that sounds good.
Perfect.
I love the fact that we can have people across the country joining us. A few years ago, we did a Facebook Live with two sisters. They were from Helias. One of them was playing professional soccer in Mexico, and the other one was down in Arkansas. Just started playing college there, and so Jay was in Colorado. We had Coach Blake and myself here in Jeff City, and those two all. So I love it. It's pretty cool getting to be able to do that. So they're turning the lights out. They're saying you guys have had him on too long. All right. Well, that's all the questions we've got right here. But Jay, we got some fun questions we want to pop into the speed round. Why don't you kick that off?
Absolutely. So, speed round, we just want to get to know you a little bit more. So, I'll go ahead and start it off. Isaiah, what's your go-to snack or meal after a big game? What do you like to eat?
Say
Honestly,
rice.
I think after I think after a game, usually they give us food after a game, but
Okay.
if we don't have any food, then I'm thinking maybe McDonald's or just a bag of chips or something like that.
Okay. Okay. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. All right. Um, if you could snap your fingers and land anywhere in the world, where would you want to go right now?
Um, my first thought was to say Hawaii, so I'm gonna say Hawaii.
There you
Good.
go. All right. I like that. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Uh,
Cookies and cream,
Okay.
okay, is there a particular brand or just any cookies and cream?
anything,
Okay,
anything.
I got one,
Uh,
and I know Mom might be able to help out with this too. What's your least favorite chore to do around the house?
Dishes. I hate doing the dishes.
Okay, do
amen.
you dishwasher or by hand?
Well, I used to have to do it by hand, but now we have a dishwasher, which
So
my
you
mom doesn't really like. So
okay,
she tries to make me wash them by hand.
okay. She has better control of quality that way, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I love it. How many pull-ups can you do in a row?
Oh,
Um, I could crank out like 10, 15, maybe
okay.
on a good day.
More than me.
Yeah, I think I'm at two. Thankful to get that. Got any others you
Dad,
can
keep
think of?
going.
Okay,
Keep going.
all
Keep
right.
going.
So, if we were to, I mean, I know we talked Legion of Boom, but if you were to compare yourself to a superhero when you're out on the football field, which superhero would that be and why?
I think Superman or Batman because usually they're like the leaders, or like Captain America maybe, because they're like
Okay,
the leaders
Okay.
of the team or like of the group. So I feel
Jay's
like I'm
Jay's a
cool.
big Avengers fan, so he likes that one.
I like it. I like it.
All right, I mean,
What's the fastest speed you've ever driven a car? And remember, mom and dad are watching.
yeah, yeah.
Um, the speed limit.
There you go. That is the
Good
best
answer.
answer right now. But however, remember your father is a pastor. Uh,
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 I'm not sure.
yeah,
okay.
you did. That's it. Just leave it that way. It's good. Jay, you're trying
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
him in trouble.
A little bit.
All right.
If you if you could give advice to any up and coming high schooler with sports, what's something you wish you would have known when you started out?
I think take a shot. You might be able to hit it no matter where you think you are. If you think you're at the lowest of the low on the depth chart, if you just keep working and you do what you got to do, then you never know.
Okay.
I like it.
So that answer right there kind of might get you in trouble again. Shanika would again encourage you to play basketball. Take a shot. You said that, so that. I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh well, I'm not going to put what mom just put on. We're going to leave that one for you to look at later. All right, Jay. I think that's. Oh, she said he needs prayer.
Oh no.
I do want to ask you this real quick. So obviously, your family, you have you're a family of faith. Why don't you share a little bit about that and how that plays a part in your life?
I think really it keeps me like knowing where I gotta get to in life, like without sports or without school, like knowing that I have a clear mind and why is like a big part of my faith. So,
That's good.
Very good. All right, Isaiah, outstanding job. We've enjoyed having you on here tonight, and you've done an outstanding job. It's been fun. We told you it'd be fun, and you didn't hang up on us, so that was great. We appreciate that. All right. If you will hold on while Jay and I close out the program, we will visit with you real quick right afterwards. So,
yes, sir.
again, thank you so much. Any final words you want to say to the people watching?
Thank y'all. Thanks, mom, family.
There you go. Great job. All right. Well, we will be with you here in just a second, but great job and thank you for being on here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Wow, what an interview, Jay. That was a lot of fun.
Boy, he's going to get you spoiled with all that. Yes, sir. That is real nice.
I
That's
know.
real
You
nice.
need, did you take notes? I mean, it's
I'm
pretty,
trying. I'm trying. I'm realizing if I want to grow up and be a better person, I got to start acting more like Isaiah Franklin.
well,
Tell
yeah.
you
I
what.
mean, it was 2 words. Yes, sir. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
it's simple. Thank you. I like it.
Well, and I don't want to keep everyone
Yeah.
waiting tonight. I know he's got a Seahawks game he would like to be watching.
And
So
probably
we'll
wants to eat.
guaranteed. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this program wrapped up. But man, what a pleasure. We love having Um, we love that you
Anything to
guys
eat out?
joined us tonight. Thank you all. We do this program every Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. So um, please keep a lookout for when we're going to have lives. We love to bring on great student athletes just like Isaiah Franklin. And we also like to bring on different people from around the community and just talk about sports and find a good program to keep you guys entertained. So join us. It's One Nation. It's a Sports Locker Magazine Extra. And Kirk DeMars does a great job being the best host in the world. Love
Okay,
you, Dad. It was
okay,
fun to hang out with you.
that was like better than yes, sir. So okay, that was good. Yeah, yeah,
There you go.
good job.
There you go.
And we just encourage anybody, if you would, to like and share the program. That way, we can get other people to see this great interview that we had with Isaiah. And if you guys want to join us on any Monday night, we would love to have you on here. Again, it's supporting these great student athletes right here in Mid Missouri. Jay said it as well. We do occasionally have some different people um, that are on. We've had Ozzie Smith, Neil Smith from the Chiefs, Kimball Anders from the Chiefs, Sarah Libert that was playing professional soccer and was in Mexico. We've had some Christian music artists. We've had Rim Collective. We had Matt Marr just a couple of weeks ago, and so lots of great people come on the program like Isaiah, and we were just thrilled to have him. So thank you guys
Yep.
so much for joining us tonight. And Jay, you finish it out.
All right. You guys have a great night, and we will see you all next week. God bless.
God bless you. We'll see you then.